So, the Galaxy S26 Ultra is finally official, and this time upgrading to the S26 Ultra is not automatically an upgrade anymore. Because if you're using the S25 Ultra, the answer is very different compared to someone holding an S24 Ultra right now. In some areas, this is massive. In others, Samsung actually took things away. So before you spend your money, here's the real upgrade logic. Let's start with the design, because this is where most people will decide, and probably get it wrong. If you're coming from the S25 Ultra, this will feel like the same phone, just with slight tweaks. The sharp, boxy note-style identity that defined the Ultra for years is now even rounder than the S25 Ultra. And if you love that squared, premium look of the S24 Ultra, you're going to miss it immediately. And it's not just about the shape. Samsung ditched the titanium for aluminum again. So compared to both the S25 Ultra and even the S24 Ultra, this is the first time a new Ultra is technically less durable than the previous ones. Now the S Pen is still here, redesigned to match the curves, but the Bluetooth Samsung removed with the S25 Ultra still hasn't made a comeback. Which means if you used Air Actions on the S24 Ultra, this is a straight downgrade. And here's the strange part. Yes, the phone is slimmer and lighter. But the new camera island is so thick that if you include the camera bump, it's actually thicker than the previous generation. And you'll notice it right away if you put this on a table. So purely from a design perspective, you're gaining comfort. But you're losing the Ultra identity, titanium durability, and the S Pen features. But the display? This is where the S26 Ultra starts pulling ahead in a big way. And here's something interesting. On paper, the size, resolution, and brightness numbers don't look like a reason to upgrade. But what Samsung changed inside the panel completely transforms the experience. This is the first Ultra with a fully customizable privacy display. This is not just all or nothing angle dimming. You can even hide specific notifications, protect selected apps, lock sensitive areas like passwords, while the rest of the screen works normally. So you get full privacy without sacrificing usability, and that alone is a bigger real-world upgrade than higher brightness. On top of that, this is finally a 10-bit panel, which means the color banding you see on your current Ultra, especially in HDR content and gradients, is completely gone. And that's not even all. There's the new COE display technology, and it reduces power consumption, which is exactly why Samsung didn't push brightness higher. They chose efficiency and battery life instead. So for display alone, this is the biggest upgrade Samsung has made in years. Now the camera, and this is where most people will expect a huge upgrade and won't see one on paper. But here's the twist. Almost every camera is actually different. Samsung switched to a Sony sensor for the selfie camera. Better colors and a wider field of view are something you will notice instantly. And the 3x telephoto, which has been the weakest camera on Ultra phones for years, somehow performs better with a smaller sensor. The main and the 5x cameras get wider apertures, which means faster shutter, cleaner night shots, and a much more natural background blur. And this is where previous Ultra users will see the biggest difference. Night zoom is on another level. Plus, Samsung finally toned down the over-sharpening, and photos look far more natural. There's also a new 24-megapixel shooting mode, which means you get pro-level detail without shooting in expert RAW. Now for creators, this is where the S26 Ultra becomes a completely different phone. You now get APV codec support for true high bitrate video recording. And for the first time, you can record 24-bit audio directly from an external mic without a separate receiver. That alone turns this into a serious content creation tool. So for casual users, this is a big jump. But for creators, this is a must-have upgrade. Now performance. Yes, this is currently the fastest smartphone in the world, powered by the overclocked Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5. Yes, it even beats the latest iPhone in benchmarks. But in daily use, you won't feel a huge difference. The S24 Ultra and S25 Ultra are still extremely fast, and this is the part most people will completely miss. Where this chip actually matters is the AI processing, on-device features, and pro video workflows like APV. That's what this power is really for. Now here's the problem. Battery, the one upgrade fans have been waiting for, still hasn't changed. And that's the main reason Samsung didn't push brightness higher. Even though the M14 panel supports it, Samsung chose efficiency. Charging finally gets a real upgrade. You get around 10% more charge in the same 30-minute window. Wireless charging also jumps to Qi 2.225 watts, but you still need a magnetic case to use it. So it's a meaningful improvement, especially if you're coming from the S24 Ultra. But charging alone will not make anyone upgrade. And this brings us to the real decision. Even though older Ultras will keep getting software updates, but most of the advanced AI features and on-device processing will remain exclusive to the S26 Ultra because of the new chip. So here's the simple upgrade logic. If you have the S25 Ultra, this is mainly a display upgrade and a camera refinement. If you have the S24 Ultra, this is a major overall upgrade. And when you factor in the pre-order deals, up to $900 in savings and extra Samsung credit, this becomes a much more affordable upgrade. So now I want to know from you, what's the one feature that would actually make you upgrade or skip the S26 Ultra completely? This is Techtics, and I'll see you in the next one.